Hello everyone. Today is the 17th of February. I'll be going over my recap for today. So I took about 7 trades today with a total profit of 1,027. So I'll be going over those trades shortly. So the two setups I trade day in, day out, and looking for setups is the patterns on the right side, so the long flag pennant, so waiting for that pattern to set up, and also for on the short side would be the inverted cup and handle. Okay, so let's get to it. So the first trade is ONTX. So ONTX, so let me pull. So ONTX, let me put this bigger. Clear the drawing real quick. So ONTX, I was watching this when it was trading in the first hour or so. And what I liked about it was creating this flag here, and it was holding the 15-minute trend. So you can see this gray bar is the 15-minute trend on my chart. And the color codings here. So the 15-minute is the gray bar. Blue is 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute. So I have all the 9 EMA in just one chart, so I don't have to switch back and forth between the higher time frame. But I do have those on the right side here of my trade here. So this is my 5 minutes, 15 minutes, hourly, and daily. So I mostly look at it in terms of the distance between the EMAs and how the candle look like. So going back to this, so ONTX, I was watching, I had a flag drawn here with this high and this high, so you can see VWAP is the blue line. It went below it, tested the 15-minute EMA, held VWAP here, and then when it was holding VWAP, going above these highs, and you can act VWAP as support. So once that hit support, I think this was 157s or so, and then this was 160. So I was going to buy the 160 break, risking 157s. So that's a 3-cent risk. So I kind of sized in accordingly there. So this was about, I think about 4,000. So a 3-cent risk would be like $120, $150 loss with slippage there. And then I took profit along the way here at 164, uptick this. And then I took some more profits just along the way, trailing the 9 EMA. And then I tried to dip by some around when it was trying to test the 5-minute EMA, but it ended up kind of popping up a little bit. I was kind of expecting it to go a little higher, maybe it'll set up for another bigger flag here, but it ended up failing to hold 9 EMA. So I actually took it off right here when I saw the weakness, when it was breaking at 163, and eventually that break there was a 1-minute reversal to the 5-minute EMA to here, and it ended up testing the 15-minute EMA again. So that was my ONTX trade, which was a $369 win. Let's do that trading. Yeah, so that was the only trade on ONTX. Oh, actually, yeah, sorry, I missed it. So I actually had another, so there was another trade here that I did. I think I had this line drawn as a flag. So this was my first trade. It was a win there. And then I had this longer flag drawn, and you can see a little higher low forming here with this flag. So that was confirming support here on the 5-minute trend. and then I end up taking it off quickly here, just because it was kind of extended on the 15-minute chart, and then there was another flag line. So this was a bigger flag line. It had retested the 5-minute 9 EMA here, and then I went to break this expecting the high of day break. So it did break high of day, but it was just a quick scalp because it didn't seem like the best. And you can see this initial candle was like the biggest candle here was a red candle, and it was a doji. So there was a lot of indecision there. So I wasn't as confident as to hold that through. But I ended up just scalping for a few small wins for these two trades. But most of the win was on this area here. So that was $369 win there. And going on to really have some FPS drop. It looks like I have some FPS drop, but hopefully it's still viewable on YouTube afterwards. So the next trade was VISL. So this one I had a morning trade when it was generating this flag. So it held the 15-minute trend, went above the 5-minute, held the 5-minute a couple times here. Created a higher low and this flag. So I had a flag break risking 490s for this $5 break. So I ended up buying the $5 break here. I didn't fill an initial $5 break, and it filled me at 502. Took some shares off just along the way, and most of it off here. And then I end up down taking this dip buy here. Trying to dip buy the 5-minute EMA, since I think when I was observing my trading style, I end up kind of selling everything here and then taking it off here, and it ended up going higher without me. So what I learned is I should just take out most of my profits here and then try to dip buy on the bottom and hold along the way here. So I sold there. So that's something I'm trying to improve in, and that was a win for me. I also did another trade back here. You can see there's a big cup and handle forming, and I took the trade here at 495, 498 break. And I took profits here. I ended up having a connection issue after hours. My level 2 was frozen, so I bought here because of this flag. But then my level 2 and my platform was freezing, so I bought this, and then I had to like relog out. So I end up taking like almost a stop right here, which was pretty bad. Had I been in the trade, I would have had stop here. You can see an inverted cup and handle breaks. So my stop would have been right here at 505, which would have minimized my loss. I think I took a $100 loss there. So the next trade was QS. So in this trade, there was a little flag forming here. So I ended up buying and kind of selling here, and because it's a higher institution trade, I tend to kind of go in and out a lot because it's kind of choppy. So I end up buying and then trying to dip buy along the trend here and selling on the pops. And then my last stop was below 5-minute EMA, and I think below this time it just hit below 5-minute EMA slightly, and it pretty much ran without me on my last 30 shares. So that was a $195 win there on QS. ADXS. So ADXS was a short. So what I did here was a bear flag, so you can see like a bear flag forming. I shorted on this inverted cup and handle, a very tiny one right here. I ended up holding with my stop above 5-minute 9 EMA, and I ended up taking profits along the way here, and then I stopped out when it kind of popped over here, and then it kind of trailed back. So I was kind of more expecting a pop, and then go lower, but it ended up holding there. So I took it off for $125 wins there. Okay, so my next trades are pretty just small wins here and there. So CLPS, I had the right idea, just didn't hold it long enough. So what was shown here was a flag. You can see there's some wicks here, so I was kind of getting uncomfortable holding through those wicks, but it ended up kind of creating a higher low here and ended up breaking. So that's what I kind of expected to do, but I end up just taking it for a small loss there on CLPS. ITRM, a little flag here, it broke, kind of sold for a tiny win, and ended up ripping. So I've gotten my entry timing a little better, but I still need to work on kind of holding through, these choppiness until the squeeze happen. So that's all my trade today, and sorry if the connection in the FPS looks like I'm having a lot of low FPS right now. So I might need to lower my settings. I have like an older computer, like an 8-year-old computer, so I just need to upgrade my computer to have better frames. But I think that's all I have. Up a total of 1027, trading 7 stocks today. Yeah, and hopefully the next stream or video will be a little better. All right, thanks for watching, and see you next time.